Hi, my name is Ane Tejelstrup, and I am Assistant Professor in Program for Learning and Digital Technologies and also Educator and Study Advisor at VIA University College, Denmark, in the Department of Social Education. My main task is to educate students in early childhood education and preschool teaching. I'm a former primary school teacher and educational consultant in a Danish municipality. My research interest is in the use of technology in educational settings, and my focus is on the pedagogical and didactical aspects of the use of technology. In our UPPscale transnational partnership project, the main focus of our collaboration is to work with digital literacy in a playful learning way, utilizing digital technologies. Our common goal in working together and supporting each other in this transnational project is to increase the teachers, the educators, and the children's confidence and use of digital technology in a creative and open-minded way. In this presentation, my colleague Rasmus and I will explain the two main concepts, digital literacy and playful learning, and give examples of how we work with the approaches in social education and teacher education in Denmark. I've already introduced myself, so now Rasmus will present himself and after that unfold the understanding of digital literacy. And after that, I will present how we work with playful learning in a Danish context.
Thank you, Ane. So, I am Rasmus Fink Lorentzen. I'm a senior associate professor at VIA University College in Aarhus in Jutland. My research area is digital technology in relation to curricula in the secondary school in Denmark, as well as in our teacher training education here at VIA. Specifically, in L1, Danish as a first language. I therefore participate in several projects which are supported and financed by the Danish Ministry of Education. The purpose of these projects is to develop new designs for learning, ideas, teacher roles, learning materials, and so on. One of the peculiar and interesting facts pointed out by research internationally is that today children might be born with an iPad in their hands, so to speak, but they will need guidance as they grow up in order to develop a critical and reflective approach to digital technology. Hence, there is a task and a responsibility for both parents and today's social school system. We need to move our approach to teaching and learning toward a more participatory
Det er ikke på den måde et redigeringsprogram.
Well, I meant to say participatory approach for children in schools and students in higher education as well. So, why this videocast? Well, it is meant to be a resource for teachers across the members in this project. That means across nations in Europe in this Erasmus Plus project. The main focus in this group is to work with digital literacy in a playful learning way, utilizing digital technologies. So what is digital literacy then? Well, fundamentally, literacy is understood as the ability to read and write text messages. In modern society, though, we use literacy in a variety of ways, which means we now talk about multiple literacies, for instance, visual literacy, mathematical literacy, multimodal literacy, or game literacy, and of course, digital literacy. Digital literacy. Well, the term itself has several definitions, and the one we apply in this project goes like this. Digital literacy is the ability to understand and use information in multiple formats from a wide variety of sources when it is presented via computers, technologies, through the internet. And furthermore, digital literacy involves mastering ideas, not keystrokes. And I think this is important because this means that digital literacy is the ability to think, use, and choose how to express oneself in a critical way. Thus, this definition is the backbone of our theoretical framework in this project. So, to give an example, at VIA in Denmark, we teach digital learning in our makerspaces, for instance, which is a workplace where students get to know digital technologies, use them, and even modify them. This is also a central part in the new subject matter in secondary school in Denmark called technological comprehension. So when it comes to the teacher's role and the teacher's goals in teaching on and with digital technology, we have 3 points we would like to mention and which we see as central in this approach to teaching. First of all, it's important to focus on an increased confidence and use of digital technology in a creative and open-minded way in the classroom, and this goes both for teacher and pupils. Secondly, to use a facilitating and scaffolding approach to support the creative use of digital technology across the curriculum. This means children-led teaching and learning activities as opposed to instructional learning activities. And thirdly, demonstrable improvements to levels of digital literacy in a playful and collaborative way. Well, I'd like to give the word back to you, Ane, now.
Hi. Playful Learning is a collaborative program between the Danish university colleges, Danish school, daycare institution, and the LEGO Foundation. In the program, educators and students at the social education and the teacher education in Denmark are experimenting with the arrangement of learning spaces and new didactic approaches to teaching, all for the purpose of creating more playful approaches to children's development, well-being, and learning. In the program is formulated 3 didactic principles for teaching with a playful approach to learning based on educators' experiments in their everyday practice. The 3 principles do not provide answers, but leave room for interpretation and require active consideration of how the intention behind a principle can be met. A principle can be adjusted to different educational contexts and different educators' understanding and ideas. And the principles are as follows. Creating shared perceptions. A playful approach to learning involves various media, materials, and moods that function as didactic fellow players and open up for wacky perceptions and creative path to reflection and learning. Daring to go for unpredictability. A playful approach to learning consists of open and unpredictable processes where it is not possible or desirable to control the new opportunities and surprising insights which emerge along the way. And the last one, insisting on meaningfulness. A playful approach to learning unfolds in equal learning communities which allow both educators and students to redesign the processes and rethink the contents in order to create professional meaningfulness and ownership of learning. In this example from teaching at social education, I experiment with a playful approach in relation to the development of inclusive communities in school and the role of the educator in the supported teaching in school. My didactic intentions in action are based on the three principles. In terms of content, we work experimentally and creatively with robots, blue bots and also bots, which are simple mini robots and a picture story. My grandmother's fake teeth, which is a picture book by the Danish author Jakob Martin Strid. And we work with problem solving and collaboration process. The intention is for the students to physically experience what it is like to play with creative problem solving together. In combination with experiences from the internship, room for reflection is created so that the students can be in dialogue about the connection between didactic considerations in the supporting teaching, a playful approach, IT and media, inclusion perspectives, and the role of the educator. Methodologically, I take as my starting point an approach where the students in group must be active learning. I'm also inspired by a method called novel engineering, you might know it, where creativity, storytelling, and an experimental approach are linked. I find that the students are actually self-forgetting for a while, and as they let go of the idea that the task must be solved in a certain and right way, they're playful, communicative, creative, collaborative, and they are going to be interactive and explore what the robots can do, and then develop different creative solutions to how to find grandma's fake teeth and bring it back to her. In the example, I have given a suggestion of how to work with the three principles to create shared perception using practice, atmosphere, mood, and play media, to dare something unpredictable using experimental inputs and performance, insisting on meaningfulness by giving way to everyone's participation, open processes, and innovation in learning.